We got a bunch of games going on today, so let's talk about a few of them, shall we? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mason, and it's about hockey. Yeah, we got a bunch of games going on right now, or actually starting today. Today's Saturday. And yes, if you've seen my last video, and you might see the bottom ticker going on right now, we got some injuries in the league. We got Celebrini, who's going to be out for the foreseeable future. Barkov, who went down the other day, kind of in the similar fashion that Celebrini went down, crashing to the boards. I haven't read the article. I just saw the pop-up that he's out for 2 to 3 weeks. So that sucks, especially if you're a Florida Panthers fan, and a Sharks fan, obviously, it sucks. But yeah, we have a buttload of games going on today. It's the first weekend in the NHL, the first Saturday of the NHL. I'm stoked. I hope you guys are stoked too, because we have a whole day's worth of hockey going on right now. Right now, we got the Boston Bruins and the Kings playing on a little bit in the background. You might see up there a little bit. So I'm going to try to make this quick so I can get back to that one and get to all the other games we got going on today. But let's pop over really quick and take a look at the schedule for today and see what we got going on. So, yep, like I said, we got the Kings and the Bruins going at right now. It's the third period. It's 1-1, so that might change here in the next few minutes or not. But yeah, matinee game, Bruins and Kings. I'm not going to go too much into this game because I really don't pay attention to the Kings that much. I mean, I probably should, being a Sharks fan, but loving the sweaters from the Kings. I'm going to say that right now. I love those things. I have some notes pulled up to my side here, so if you see me glancing off, I'm just looking at a couple of notes for the game. But yeah, other than that, it says you guys might be on the East Coast. My time is 4 o'clock. It's on the screen. So if you're on the West Coast, these are our times, all right? Add 3 hours, do the math yourself. You'll figure it out. But yeah, we got the Panthers at the Sabres today. Sabres are struggling. Stop me if you've heard that before. Panthers doing pretty good, other than the Barkov news of him being out. Other news is it looks like Matthew Tkachuk will not play because he's sick. It looks like an illness. We'll see. Who knows? It's too early in the season for him to be playing anyways, or forcing him to play. If he's sick, let the dude rest up, right? Buffalo Sabres, not really much to say there, other than Donnelly not really looking like a superstar at the moment. And obviously the Sabres not really looking up to par anyways. But like I said, stop me if you heard that before. Moving on, Penguins at the Maple Leafs. The Penguins, man, at first I thought they were looking really old out of the gate. I mean, they got smacked up on opening night. Thought they were kind of down and out, and then they put the performance on against the Red Wings the other night. So I don't know. Is all good in Pittsburgh? I don't know. It still seems like they're going to be struggling a little bit. That team is looking really old. But again, you have Sidney Crosby, and there is some prospects and some rookies on that team that could make a push. I don't know. I really feel kind of up in the air with the Penguins. Maple Leafs. Leafs fans, how you doing? I know the hype is real. It seems like it's always real for you guys, but then again, playoffs come and you know what happens there. But I am looking forward to seeing them play, especially Austin Matthews, who hasn't scored yet, which is shocking. But we'll see how that goes tonight. And then we got the Senators at the Canadiens. It seems like it's been a war going on with these two teams in the last couple of weeks, even in the preseason. So this one I'm actually highlighting to watch today. I got some work to do from home, and I'm going to be on the road again a little bit, but this one will be on my phone or on my iPad as I'm cruising around doing my thing for work today. Really excited to see this one pop off again. Love the crowd in Montreal. I that's one of my dreams. I have to make the Montreal at some point. This one should be really good. Again, with all the animosity that was building up in the preseason, I fully expect this one to be an all-out war. So I'm really excited to see that. And then we got the Predators at the Red Wings. Just notice I did not space Red Wings, so don't crucify me in the comments. But really excited for this one. Because of the expectations on the Predators, I haven't watched them play yet. This one might be on my other screen, or I might multicast the games. This one, again, I am looking forward to seeing the Predators play specifically because of all their offseason moves. I haven't watched pretty much any of their preseason games. I didn't watch them play the other night. I forget who they played, but did not watch them play. I'm sorry. They played the Stars. I did watch a little bit of that game, but I digress. Looking forward to seeing that team kind of flip the switch and get going here a little bit. Red Wings, I love watching the Red Wings play too. Well, now I do now. Patrick Kane being on that team gives me a reason to watch. Okay. Other than if he wasn't there, I probably wouldn't watch unless they were doing crazy good. But it's too early for that anyways. But yeah, they need to rebound off of that smacking they got from Pittsburgh the other night. So this one should be interesting. The big one for me today, if I get a chance to watch, again, I can watch 4 games on my multicast. Maybe I'll throw this one up there, but the Utah Hockey Club, the undefeated Utah Hockey Club, playing the New York Rangers home opener. Rangers, that was my squad, my East Coast squad. Still kind of my squad on the East Coast a little bit still, although the Devils are kind of making a push for that as well. But I'm this one should be good. Utah's first time in Madison Square Garden. Obviously, these players, most of those players have played in Madison Square Garden, but Utah, you're going to be in Madison Square Garden as a hockey team. That should be dope. And you're undefeated. So this one should be pretty dope for you guys. And then we go down to DC. We got the New Jersey Devils. I want to say struggling New Jersey Devils because the last game they played, it didn't look great. All right, let's just be real. The hype is definitely real for this team. I mean, they got a squad. If I had to pick someone from the East, it might be the Devils. But they haven't. Their home opener was kind of It was a letdown. Let's just be real. It was a letdown. I was looking forward to seeing that game. When I did watch that game, I was like, this is what we have to be excited about. But again, they're coming off of the global series. They're coming home. They had rest. I don't know if they're clicking or whatnot. But I'll give them a break. It's a little bit of rust, so I'll give them that. Other side, Capitals haven't played yet at all. So we'll see how they do. I really have no opinion on that other than will Ovechkin get the goal record this year? Probably not, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He might just have that old man strength this year and might bust it out. But yeah, that's really about it for the Washington Capitals. I really got nothing else to say. Then they're old, then they're young. They're kind of like the Pittsburgh Penguins at the moment right now for me. And then we're gonna move on to some later games today. Like I said, we got a lot popping off today. The Islanders at the Stars. Stars, my boys. They're doing the damn thing. They're still looking pretty damn fierce. Like, let's just be real. I expect them to make a push again, even without Pavelski and some of the moves they made this offseason. The Islanders, I never watched the Islanders. I mean, like, I want to. I would love to, like, feel something for the Islanders, but I just don't. I don't know. It's just what it is. I mean, they got Duclair. Anthony Duclair went from the Sharks, went to Tampa, and then there he is. So I kind of have a little bit of strings attached to that, but other than that, not really. Too early for me to have an opinion on the Islanders, other than I kind of fully expect them to implode come December or January. That's just how I feel about it. And then we got the Kraken at the Wild at 5 p.m. Again, these are my times, so whatever time it is you're watching, Eastern or Mountain Time, do the math, all right? Kraken, they're the closest team to me, so I have a little bit of I root for them a little bit to some degree. We'll see how they do. I don't know. Their squad looks a little better this year with the moves they made in the offseason. Other than them losing to St. Louis on their home opener at a 1:00 game. I mean, who made that decision in the NHL? Wasn't loving that. But I will root for them this year, like I have been since they came into the league. Obviously, they're my second squad on the West Coast. It is what it is. The Wild, though. The Wild making some moves, signing some players. It is Marc-Andre Fleury's last ride this year. So I fully expect him to play balls to the walls as much as he can, as much as that old man strength he has left in the goal. I fully expect him to put on a show every once in a while. Will he do it tonight? Who knows? I'm not sure if this is the Wild home opener. I don't remember if not. But either way, should be a good game. And then we got the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche got worked by Vegas the other day. Avalanche fans, you guys were rocking with me in the postseason last year. If you're here again, what's up? I'm looking forward to watching your squad come back. Will Landeskog come back this year? Who knows? If you've watched the NHL Face-Off show on Amazon, you're definitely pulling for Landeskog. I sure as shit am. I love to see him back in the lineup eventually, but he won't be there today. Columbus, again, obviously we know about the tragedy of Matthew Gaudreau. That's been on everyone's minds this year. I haven't watched Columbus play pretty much at all. I mean, the season just started, so I will eventually get to them at some point in the road and really give you my opinion, other than the fact that they've been pretty much have all these injuries happening to them. Obviously, the news with Matthew Gaudreau. The team seems to kind of be like just being put together out of nowhere. I just feel like there's no cohesiveness right now. But again, that's just my opinion. For me from afar, I haven't watched them play. Moving on, we got the Philadelphia Flyers against the Calgary Flames. The Flames coming back, being down 4-1. I turned that game off. I'm sure like you guys probably turned it off as well. The first period was all I needed to see. That was when they played Vancouver, and then I just kept following Twitter and seeing, oh my God, they're gonna make a push. Put that game on, and sure enough, the OT winner was a beauty. I forget who it was off the top of my head, but it was a beauty. And then the Flyers winning last night in a shootout against Vancouver. Surprisingly, that one it was kind of lackluster for me. I'm just gonna be real. The hype for Matej Michkov, whatever his first name is, I can't pronounce it right off the top of my head right away. Excited to see him play. There is talks about him being a Calder finalist. Saw him play a little bit in the preseason. Saw a little bit about the creativity he possesses last night, trying to do the in between legs goal. So we'll see how that plays out eventually. The Flyers again made their push last year. I was really hoping they would get into the playoffs last year. Seeing if this year, if they can build off of that momentum that they had. I mean, their projected was not, they weren't even supposed to be where they were last year. So will they be relevant again this year? I sure should hope so, because I love watching the Flyers play. I especially love when they're in the playoffs. It just makes everything that much better. The black and orange was my team back in the day when Eric Lindros was there. So I always have some heartstrings, some attachments to that team. So I really hope they come back and can get in the playoffs this year. But tonight, again, they're playing the Flames. The Flames are still riding that momentum from the last game. So we'll see how that plays out. And then we have Hockey Night in Canada. The Connor versus Connor game is on tonight. All right. Edmonton. I'm not going to dive too much into Edmonton right now, other than the fact that I still don't believe in Stuart Skinner. I probably will never will until he wins something significant. Yes, he went to the Stanley Cup last year, but it was a team in front of him. I feel like it was a team in front of him. He made some saves every once in a while, but I don't know. Stuart Skinner, man, getting yanked in game one, that's not a good look. But also, I will give the Oilers a little bit of breathing room. They did play all the way until end of June. I want to say like into July. I forget how late it was. We went to the season last year, but they're a tired squad. I fully believe that. Do I think they'll do it again this year? Potentially, but as late as they played last year, those legs got to be tired to some degree still, I would assume. Blackhawks struggling a little bit. I think we all kind of anticipated that already. They're still a rebuilding team. They did get deeper in the offseason for sure. They still have Connor Bedard. All right. They still got Taylor Hall. They got a couple other players on that squad right now. So do I expect them to win tonight? No. Based on how Edmonton played last game, I fully expect Edmonton to come out and just throw it down on a team who is rebuilding. But again, it's NHL. Anything can happen. It's Hockey Night in Canada. Connor Bedard is Connor Bedard, but also there's McDavid. So who knows? We'll see. But I will say the X factor for me, again, Stuart Skinner. that's my one X factor tonight. And then we ended off with my San Jose Sharks, my Celebrini list San Jose Sharks, playing against the Anaheim Ducks, the new look Ducks. Two rebuilding teams. Two teams who got some dope ass jerseys. Although I will say I'm not a huge fan of the Ducks road get up. I've seen it in person. Wasn't a huge fan of it, but I digress. I'm not going to talk too much about the unis. But yeah, like I said, Celebrini is out for the foreseeable future. You might see it popping up on the bottom ticker down there. He was placed on injured reserve today, so he'll be out for at least a couple of games. What injury that is, we don't know. We just know it's a lower body injury, so I'm just going to let that be what it is. But we will have two former teammates going at it tonight in Will Smith and Cutter Gauthier. Yes, Gauthier last year made all the drama. He made his move to the Ducks. He did get his little start at the end of last year, but now we get to see how he does in the regular season against his former teammate Will Smith. So should be a good matchup. Sorry for smacking the mic there, but it should be a good matchup all across the league tonight. I'm pretty stoked on all these games. Again, there's a lot going on. There's 13 games going on. I believe it's 13 if I can do my math right. Let me check the score really quick. Oh, Popeyes commercial. Don't care about it right now. I'm going to finish up this game. I'm going to do what I need to do to get back to watching these games. So it should be a good night tonight. So let's see. If you're a fan of any of these teams tonight, let me know what you guys are feeling. If you're a Sharks fan, again, I just put out a video. Let me know how you're feeling about the Celebrini situation. But there's a lot of things going on across the NHL already. We're only a couple days in, and some of those teams that we've talked about previously look like they're struggling. Buffalo fans, I feel for you. I hope you guys turn it around sometime soon, because you guys got a little bit of a squad that I like to see do something better than what you guys are doing now. And also, New Jersey, what's up, man? I want to see a rebound tonight. So let me know what you guys are thinking about all these games tonight. Again, if you're a fan, let me know. Let me know your predictions of any of these games. I would like to see a couple blowouts. I'm kind of anticipating a couple blowouts tonight, but it is what it is, man. We'll see how these things turn out, man. I will catch you guys in the next one, and yeah, we'll see what that brings us. Who knows?